isn't commercial. I bet it's
I
not.
don't know.
But he'd just be selling there, right? Not
Well,
growing.
I'm saying, if
Right.
it sells, you know.
Right.
Timber,
Good.
Yeah, my wife, she's like, I don't want you to trim up those bathroom corners.
Just change oil in your cookers,
Every week, at least.
right? 8:59.
Ready?
Well, good morning. Today is Tuesday, March 3rd, 2026. The time's 9 a.m. At this point, we're going to start our Board of Commissioners regular board meeting. Present today are all 5 commissioners, as well as our auditor, treasurer, and a county coordinator. At this time, if you'd like to join us for Pledge of Allegiance, please.
Allegiance to the flag of the United States of America and to the republic for which it stands, one nation, under God, indivisible, with liberty and justice for all.
Thank you. Before I begin, let's wish our troops overseas a speedy return. And Godspeed with them. God bless our American troops. Okay, ask, are there any amendments to the agenda?
I have none, Mr. Chair.
Okay, hearing there are no amendments, could I get a motion to approve the agenda?
Motion to approve.
Thank you, Commissioner Noska. Is there a second?
I'll second that.
Okay, Commissioner Denny's going to second. All in favor can signify by saying aye.
Aye.
Opposed? And we will begin then. Item 4 today on our agenda is consent items.
The first item I have is meeting minute approval for February 17th, 2026. Hire part-time correctional officer Caleb Yapunch. I'm going to mess that one up, so start date to be determined. Resignation of resource navigator interpreter Juan Vasquez Garcia, 3/20/26. American Legion 417 Oscar Jacobson Post, one-day dance license, event to happen 7/11/2026. American Legion 417 Oscar Jacobson Post, one-day temporary on-sale liquor license, 7/11/2026. American Legion 417 Oscar Jacobson Post, a one-year club liquor license. Charlotte's Tavern Incorporated, a one-year liquor license. Clarissa Ballroom, a one-year dance license. Clarissa Ballroom, a one-year 3.2 malt liquor license. Clarissa Ballroom, one-year setup license. Clarissa Ballroom, one-year wine license. Diamond Point, one-year liquor license. Double Eagle Golf and Grill, seasonal liquor license. Greystone Golf Club, one-year liquor license. Long Prairie Country Club, one-year liquor license. Rainbow Lodge, seasonal 3.2 malt liquor license. Rainbow Lodge, one-year setup license. Rainbow Lodge, seasonal wine license. Sackanack Campground, one-year liquor license. Shady's Golden Eagle, one-year liquor license. Shady's Midway Incorporated, one-year liquor license. Chautauqua's Hub Supper Club, one-year liquor license. The Rock Tavern LLC, one-year liquor license. A gambling permit for the Sauk Center Conservation Group, and a gambling permit for the Society of St. Pius X, 8/9/2026 will be their event.
Thank you very much. We need a motion to approve them.
I'll make the motion for approval.
Thank you. Is there a second?
I'll second it.
Seconded. Any discussion? Hearing no discussion, all in favor can signify by saying aye.
Aye.
Opposed? And approved. Was that a record?
That is a record. That is all of them practically. My next items are under 5 for auditor treasurer. The first item would be to approve the commissioner warrants. Background was sent for review. Recommendation is to approve the commissioner warrants with an ACH and a manual payment totaling an amount of $81,117.05.
Okay, our commissioner warrants, as noted on the board action form, a total of $81,117.05. We need a motion to approve.
So moved, Mr. Chair.
Thank you. Is there a second?
I'll second.
And we got a second. Any discussion? No discussion. Roll call, please.
Commissioner Newman?
Yes.
Commissioner Becker?
Yes.
Commissioner Denny?
Yes.
Commissioner Noska?
Yes.
Commissioner Byers?
Yes.
The next item I have would be the HHS Commissioner warrants. Background is set for review. Recommendation is to approve the Health and Human Service Commissioner warrants with an ACH and a manual payment totaling in the amount of $57,774.18.
Very well. Health and Human Services Commissioner warrants and the amount on the Board of Action form states $57,774.18. I'd certainly entertain a motion to approve.
So moved.
And a second is now needed.
Second.
Mr. Noska got the second. Any discussion? Okay, here no discussion. Take a roll call vote.
Commissioner Denny?
Yes.
Commissioner Noska?
Yes.
Commissioner Becker?
Yes.
Commissioner Newman?
Yes.
Commissioner Byers?
Yes.
The next item I have would be the Health and Human Service SSI warrants. Recommendation, background is sent for review. Recommendation is to approve the Health and Human Service SSIS warrants with an ACH and a manual payment totaling the amount of $143,981.28.
Okay, 5.3, Health and Human Services SSIS warrants. Board action form states $143,981.28. I entertain a motion to approve this.
I'll make a motion for approval.
Commissioner Becker has the motion. Anyone want a second?
Second.
And Commissioner Newman seconded. Any discussion? Hearing no discussion, roll call, please.
Commissioner Becker?
Yes.
Commissioner Newman?
Yes.
Commissioner Denny?
Yes.
Commissioner Noska?
Yes.
Commissioner Byers?
Yes.
The next item would be the election carryover BAF. The background is, an effort to maintain steady levy requests within the election department from one year to the next, there exists $30,000 within the 2025 budget intended to be brought forward in 2026 for the larger state election cycle expenses. Your options are to approve the 2025 election budget carryover or do not approve the 2025 election budget carryover. The recommendation is to approve the 2025 election budget carryover per the attached budget request form detailed in the amount of $30,000. And it is a budgeted item and it is under the funding source of elections.
Thank you very much. I would need a motion to move this forward, please.
So move.
Thank you very much, Commissioner Newman. Is there a second?
I'll second.
Commissioner Becker with a second. Any discussion? Hearing no discussion, take a voice vote. Those in favor can signify by saying aye.
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 Opposed? Carry over.
The last item I have today then would be the Todd County Travel Policies revision to section 1.03 meal reimbursement. Some background on this. An update to the travel policies resolution was received by the Policies Committee, which included changes to section 1.03 meal reimbursement to align with labor agreements for non-union employees and clarify that all meal reimbursements, except those included in tuitions and registrations, are prohibited from being paid for by a county credit card. These changes were reviewed at the work session February 17, 2026 for full board consideration prior to this proposed resolution adoption. Your options are to approve the attached resolution for Todd County's travel policies or do not approve the attached resolution for the Todd County travel policies. Recommendation is to approve the resolution for Todd County travel policies with changes effective March 3rd, 2026.
Okay, 5.5, which would be a change to our travel policies procedure. To move this forward, I'd entertain a motion to approve.
A motion to approve this.
Thank you, Commissioner Noska. Is there a second?
I'll second it.
Commissioner Denny seconds. Any discussion? Hearing no discussion, we'll take a voice vote. Those in favor can signify by saying aye.
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 Opposed? Motion carried. Thank you very much, Auditor Treasurer. And at this point, we have our solid waste team coming up with agenda item 6, talk about recycle facility structural repair.
Good morning, everyone.
Morning, Mike.
Good morning.
So the item we have before you today is, as many of you know, we've been working for the last 3 years on reestablishing the old transfer station building and getting it up to code and reconstructing some of the walls that needed damage. So we are in the last phase of that, and the improvements of the structure itself has all been completed. So placement of the liner steel on the facility walls is the last phase to bring the facility into compliance. The department solicited bids from area contractors to perform this work. We received 5 bids from 10 Point Construction, A-Plus Construction, Lightweight Construction, Host Construction, and Nasca Construction. Nasca Construction was the low bid of $33,204 for this project. Completion of this project will further enhance the safety and efficiency of our recycling recovery facility. This project was discussed among our solid waste committee. The options are to award the bid to Nasca Construction in the amount of $33,204 or do not approve the bid. It is recommended by our department to award the bid to Nasca Construction for $33,204. And this is a budgeted item through our enterprise fund.
Thank you very much. So the motion, or the board's decision here is to approve the bid for Nasca Construction, $33,204. To move it forward, I'd entertain a motion to approve.
So moved.
And we have Randy did make a motion, and a second.
I'll second.
Commissioner Denny on a second. Any discussion?
Mr. Chair, if I may,
Yeah.
I'm going to refrain from voting on this one. Thank you.
Got that noted, please?
Yes, I do. Thank
All right, thank you so much. Any further discussion? All right, hearing no further discussion, we'll take a voice vote. Those in favor can signify by saying aye. Aye. Opposed? Motion is carried.
Thank you.
Thank you, Mike.
Thank you, Mr. Haberly. Agenda item 7 today is our Health and Human Services. Have a couple items to discuss.
Yes. Good morning, Mr. Chair, Commissioners.
Morning,
First
Director.
item up, our board action form up for request is a resolution establishing support for Sourcewell's impact funding. Some background. Community impact funds for mental health aim to support county Health and Human Services Department's response to mental health needs that align with Sourcewell's purpose to support student and community success, address unmet mental health needs, and support the initiatives that improve the quality of life. Your options are to approve the resolution that's attached, establishing support to apply for Sourcewell's impact funding for NCT caseworks, or to not approve. It is our recommendation that you approve the resolution establishing support to apply for Sourcewell's impact funding for NCT caseworks.
Very good. So our recommendation is to support this funding, this application for funding.
Correct. Thank you.
Okay. I'd entertain a motion to approve that.
I'll make the motion to approve.
Commissioner Denny makes the motion. Is there a second out there?
I'll second it.
And Commissioner Nasa got the second. Any discussion? I'm hearing no discussion. Let's take a voice vote. Those in favor can signify by saying aye. Aye. Opposed? Good to go.
All right, thank you. Next, board action forum is around caseworks contract. Background, next chapter technology, which is NCT. Caseworks has been presented at 2 work sessions, one in January and one in February, the last work session in 2026. Caseworks software is an electronic document management system specializing in streamlining business processes for health and human services teams. 2 contracts have been presented for consideration. One contract expends implementation costs over a 1-year period of time with cost savings of around $10,000 versus the second contract expending implementation over a period of time of 5 years. Your options are to approve Caseworks contract with implementation costs over a 1-year period of time, or to approve Caseworks contract with implementation costs extending over 5 years, or to not approve. It is our recommendation that you approve the Caseworks contract expending the implementation costs over a 1-year period of time. Your financial implications is $130,556.67. It should state that it's not budgeted, but the net cost difference is $38,208.07 after the Sourcewell impact funding plus less current EDMS app extender fees that we already pay for now, and then the elimination of 1 FTE.
Thank you very much. So it's been recommended that we approve a 1-year contract or implementation over 1 year for next chapter technology caseworks. We would need a motion to move that forward.
I'll make that motion to move this forward.
Thank you, Commissioner Becker. Is there a second?
Second.
And Commissioner Newman seconded. Is there any discussion? I'm hearing no discussion. We take a voice vote. Those in favor can signify by saying aye.
Aye.
Aye. Opposed? Motion carried.
Thank
Thank you very much. Enjoy.
Thank you.
Agenda item 8 today would be our administration team to discuss a few items.
All right, good morning. The first item we have is to set our temporary and seasonal employee wages. We did discuss this at last meeting's work session. And the background is that the Todd County Board of Commissioners desires to set wages for our temporary and seasonal positions to grade 3C, step A, and our temporary seasonal energy assistant program positions to grade 4D, step A. The wage recommendations on the attached resolution have been reviewed by the Personnel Committee, and I'd like to add just one piece of language in addition to the BAF, and that is that the motion clarifies that no current or returning temporary employees will have their hourly wages reduced. If an employee is already earning more than you set the rate today, they will remain at their current rate. And so if you can pull up the resolution, Denise. So it basically states, whereas the Todd County Board of Commissioners has the authority to establish compensation for our county employees, and whereas Todd County maintains a compensation plan establishing grade and step classifications for county positions, and whereas it is necessary to establish wage rates for temporary seasonal employees for payroll and budgeting purposes, so therefore be it resolved that the wage rate for Todd County temporary seasonal employees shall be set at grade 3C, step A, in accordance with the Todd County Compensation Plan, and also further resolve that temporary seasonal employees hired specifically for the Energy Assistant Program shall be set at grade 4D, step A, in accordance with the Todd County Compensation Plan. And be it further resolved, these wage designations will remain in effect until modified by subsequent resolution of the Todd County Board of Commissioners. So the options you have would be to approve the attached resolution setting the temporary seasonal employee wages, or to not approve, and the recommendation would be to approve this.
Mr. Chair.
Please.
Jackie, I've just got one question. If a person, employee, is paid above this wage scale right now, is that person frozen at that spot until they catch up?
That would be correct, Commissioner Becker. So for instance, the current level, let's say grade 3, step A, is $20.93 an hour. So per se, we have a temporary employee currently making above $20.93, let's say, right now, or coming back temporary in the next, few weeks. They would be frozen at whatever they are currently making. Let's say they're making $20.97 an hour. They would hold at $20.97. And then each year, as the wage grid rolls over, usually based on a COLA being applied, which is what we currently have, then they will see an increase to that grade 3 step A for the following year. This year, though, they would be frozen. And then next year, they'd see an increase if they continue to come back for us.
Do you know, do we have a lot of employees that are above this wage scale? Or is it just minimal amount, or?
Currently, we only know of 2.
Thank you.
Good question. Okay, we have a recommendation to approve this resolution. To do so, we need a motion.
I'll make the motion to approve the changes.
And a second is now needed.
I'll do a second.
Thank you, Commissioner Becker and Commissioner Denny. Any further discussion? Hearing no further discussion, voice vote is needed. All in favor can signify by saying aye.
Aye.
Opposed? And the resolution has been approved. 8.2 next.
So the next item is the Sourcewell internship program. The background is that Sourcewell provides funding to support student interns that are hired by Todd County. The program allows for financial support of up to $15 per hour and up to 640 hours for the duration of the internship. We have participated in this program in previous years, and departments have requested to utilize the program again. The Personnel Committee does support this request for the departments that are requesting to take part in the program. And for the purposes of the program, interns are considered county employees, and the county is responsible for applicable employer taxes, ESST, and workers' compensation. So your options would be to approve participation for the year 2026 in Sourcewell's internship program for the departments that have requested to participate. And the departments that have requested are Health and Human Services, Solid Waste, Public Works, and the Sheriff's Department. Your other option would be to not approve, and our recommendation is that you do approve a participation in Sourcewell's internship program.
Thank you. So the recommendation is to participate in the 2026 Sourcewell internship program. I need a motion to move that forward, please.
I'll motion to move forward.
Thank you, Commissioner Noska. Is there a second?
Second.
Randy, you got the second, and discussion. Any discussion? Okay, hearing no discussion, take a voice vote. Those in favor can signify by saying aye.
Aye.
Opposed? Motion carried. 8.3 next, please.
Okay, the last item I have is to approve a lease for Northern Pines Mental Health Center. And the background on this is that Northern Pines Mental Health Center has expressed an interest in entering into a lease agreement with Todd County for the use of the Todd County Staples Building for the 2026 year. The lessee agrees to pay the lessor $6,000 as rent for the premises for the term of the lease. The lessee must pay at least $3,000 on or before April 1st, 2026, and then pay any balance due for 2026 no later than September 1st, 2026. The parties acknowledge that a new lease, if mutually desired for 2027 and beyond, must be executed on or before October 31st, 2026. And this lease agreement was drafted by County Attorney Lindeman. He created it along with input with representatives from Northern Pines Mental Health Center. They have reviewed it. Again, it is only for the duration of 2026. Anything beyond that, we will need to rediscuss the lease. The options would be for the board to enter into the lease agreement with Northern Pines Mental Health Center for the use of the Todd County Staples Building for 2026 with the presented terms and conditions, or to not enter into the lease agreement. And the recommendation would be to enter into the agreement. And I believe the lease agreement is attached. And you will see that it begins with today's date. The current person or organization that is in the Staples building will be out of the building by March 31st. And our agreement with them would end then at that time. Northern Pines Mental Health Center is asking to enter into the agreement currently, as they have credentialing processes that they need to go through, and they want to be able to show that they have an agreement for a location for their organization. They will not be moving into the building immediately. In fact, it sounds like probably not until after May. They also want to make sure that any construction in the building or updates are complete before they move into the building. So I just wanted to give you that added information.
Mr. Chair, if I could, Jackie, because I know Region 5 is still in the building. They still have quite a bit of stuff in the building. We had a meeting Thursday night, and it didn't seem like they were any hurry to totally move out of it. So I guess I question the dates if it's starting today. If you got Region 5 in there, should I have this one coming in, you know? The other thing is the cost of the bathroom. When we had facilities, we didn't even know what the cost of the bathroom was going to be at that time. Mitch was talking, what, around 70,000 to put that bathroom in? And I thought he was going to try to get back to us with a bid, but I don't know if you've heard anything or not.
And I don't believe he has a number quite yet. And that's why County Attorney Lindeman only wrote the lease for the 1 year, because he knew that for 2027, the board would probably want to recoup some of the cost of that remodel.
I guess my only concern is, okay, so we go ahead and put the $70,000 into a bathroom, and now they decide, oh, we found another building, and now it's not leased out, or, because we don't have a long-term lease with them.
And that's a consideration. Also with Region 5, they are paid through the end of March on their lease. And I've been in contact with them no less than 3 times in the last 30 days that they will be out of the building by March 31st. And they have assured me that they will be completely out of the building by March 31st. So we would need to hold them to that because they have only paid rent through that end. I believe, that is a consideration. I think being that we have the positive fact that we have a new leaser wanting to come into the building is a good thing. I mean, it allows us to continue to have funds coming in on the space. And Northern Pines knows about the remodel. They understand that we probably will be looking for an increase because of the remodeling that we're doing. I know that it has delayed somewhat because there's been some issues about how the bathrooms and what they're going to be doing for remodeling. I think Mitch has scaled some of it back because of where people can use and what space they can use. So we don't have a real firm number yet to determine how to put that into the lease.
Any further discussion? I certainly hope we don't spend $70,000 on a bathroom, I'll tell you that right now. Okay. And we need a motion to move this forward if we want to accept this lease. For the rest of 2026, we got to make sure that the board action form says 2026, because one of the spots it says 200,000, 26, something like that. Did you see that typo?
Oh, extra zero.
Extra zero?
I guess I'm just hesitant starting it. I mean, why were you starting it today and not starting it at the time when Region 5 moves out?
It's
You know,
because
why
they
are we
want it,
not-
though. They want it started now so they can use it for their, what is it? What did they call it?
It's
Credentialing? Yeah.
credentialing with their,
So
they
the fact
have
that they have it secured
building.
ups their chances of the credentialing. I mean, it's just a formality, I think.
Yeah, okay.
Again, I would entertain a motion if we want to approve it.
I'll motion to approve.
We have a motion, is there a second?
Yeah, I'll second it.
We have a second. Further discussion? Hearing no further discussion, we'll take a vote. Those in favor of approving signify by saying aye.
Aye.
Opposed? Motion carried.
thank you.
Make sure that board action form gets corrected, please. And then also, Denise, I want to go backwards, but I want to make sure that the temporary employees, we make sure that there's verbiage in that resolution about do we need to have verbiage in the resolution about if you are already at that number, you will be frozen until you get to that grade?
Yeah.
Because we got to match up what we voted on with what everybody said
Right.
yes to, okay?
And we do
That's
correct
exactly
those.
right.
That's fine, but I just,
Yep.
I'm just a
For
reminder,
that, yeah.
thank you.
Perfect.
Thank you.
And should have we included that in our motion? Does it have to be included within that
I
motion, or?
think your discussion that you brought up
Discussion will
will
merit
cover
that?
that, yes. And then, like I said, we go back and we do listen to the recording and we make the corrections.
Yeah, okay, then you keep your eyes on it, you keep your eyes on it, and
Everyone just keep your eyes on.
everybody keep your, eye on the prize. Okay, here we go. We are to the point of a standing report. County Auditor Treasurer, you're up first.
Right now, I'm currently in the middle of calculating taxes, so tax statements can get sent out at the end of the month per state statute. The audit preparation is underway with CLA, work being done on that because they'll be here March 16th, and they're usually on site for 3 days. Elections, I know I keep repeating this, but it's for public purpose. March elections are, of 21 of the county townships, will be held March 10th, along with all townships holding their annual meeting on that date too. Absentee voting for April 14th, special elections for Little Falls and Staples Motley School is now open. And I was notified to speak at the all township meeting. And maybe you guys were notified as well to attend that by Wanda Seifert.
What day was that?
April, right?
April 7th.
Yes, April 8th.
April
7th?
Yeah,
Tuesday?
April what?
7th, I believe.
7th?
7th,
Oh, it's in there. Perfect.
okay.
7th it is,
Yes.
5 PM
At the Clarissa
Clarissa
Ballroom.
Ballroom.
the Clarissa Ballroom.
Just wanted everybody to be aware of that. And that's all I have today.
Thank you very much. County Coordinator?
I had personnel, also have been working with Paycom. I also had a chance to meet with the new interim director from TWCC, Mike Schomer, and I also participated in a child care appreciation dinner with the local chamber here in Long Prairie. So, but mostly busy, some interviews with employees, mostly busy with learning payroll processing. So, thank you.
I think your, if I may, your update talked about vets is starting to get stuff ready to come here, Veteran Services, is that correct?
Our Veteran Services Office? Yes, that's correct. Also had a meeting with the Veteran Services representative. He's going to be meeting with our Facilities Director next week to work out the timeline and how to move some of the equipment, the heavier things such as file cabinets and desk drawers and things like that. And also, Mitch has offered a tour of the new space over in Health and Human Services for that space. And at any time, if the commissioners want to, we just need to let Mitch know. He can walk us through there.
Do you have any idea about our neighbors in the first conference room in GIS? What's the plan or where that's going next? Have you got any update for us, please?
Not at this time. Bob, we've been trying to kind of pare down what our initial thoughts were with it so that we can make sure that it can happen sooner than later. Rather than doing a whole big remodel and trying to move them, we're looking for a smaller kind of process of moving them. So,
Yeah.
but I can have an update
Sometimes
for next
I
time.
just fear sometimes when people stay there somewhere too long, that becomes a permanent home, and I don't think that's the intent of those three conferences. Okay,
Mr. Chair, if I may.
Yeah.
2 things that I have. In talking about that floor plan and GIS, we do have OSA coming in next week to do a meet with us on election rules and regulations and cyber security and security of our office and our election room. So he will do a walkthrough. And right now, if you go down there, you'll see all of our election equipment is in the hallway, which probably isn't OSHA required, but we have no room. That back space is taken, the first desk is taken by GIS's equipment now. So there is very much a concern for me as
sure, it should be,
GIS
yeah.
has room down there and meeting OSA standard, because
Okay.
that's the state dudes walking in on election. And then I also wanted to welcome baby girl Emma Lynn. Nellie and Jared Johnson had their little baby girl.
Congratulations, yeah,
So I wanted to take time to recognize that.
that's
Thank
awesome.
you.
Everybody's home and happy, healthy?
Yes.
Good. All right, thank you, Jackie. Commissioners, Luke, can you start?
Yeah, not a ton the last week before the last meeting. Housing and redevelopment, and then we had Tri-County Community Action Partnership. One thing to note, I guess, everything seems to be going well there. Just our annual meeting's coming up in April. It's I believe the 26th, but I don't know how that opens up for other commissioners to attend or not. I don't know if they're invited to it or what it is, but yeah, so.
Okay.
It's, let's see, the date on that would be April 23rd. We have the annual meeting at the Great River Arts in Little Falls.
And that's where it is this year?
Yep, Great River Arts.
Cool. That'd be a different change of venue.
Yeah, a little change of venue other than the Falls Ballroom, so.
Yeah. Okay, great. Commissioner Denny, what do you know?
Attended my finance committee meeting for the library board, and we were followed by a regular board meeting, had a Hands of Hope meeting, personnel, Prairie Lakes annual meeting, or monthly meeting. Our tour for Vanguard got canceled last minute, so that was about, that's about it for the updates for last week.
Okay, great. Commissioner Becker.
Yeah, I attended the Extension Committee meeting. Denise and I were both there, and they were looking for the Farm Family of the Year, and they were supposed to be voting on that, so Tony sent out a link to vote on that.
I hear they got somebody.
Oh, did they?
Mm-hmm.
I haven't heard who yet.
I'm not sure if they've notified him. I'm not sure I'll say it in public
No,
yet.
you better not then.
I'll tell you later.
Okay. Attended the comp meeting, and I think that's going to go out for public comment now. And then facilities, and we had that on Wednesday, and it was the bathroom up at Staples, and they were waiting for another bid to come in on that, and also the Annex 1 remodel, which is now completed, we just heard. Then I had Region 5, and we got the annual report from Region 5, so if anybody would like to take a look at it, right here's the book. Okay.
Anything new on corrections?
No, we have not had a corrections meeting, not until the second Monday.
And the new, or the interim director's there, and
Yes,
he's
he
working
is,
through
and I
things.
think
And
Jackie's met with him. They were a little bit concerned with the pay comment.
Mike, is that his name? What's-
Yes, Mike.
Mike Schomer.
From Otter Tail?
Yes.
Yes.
Yep.
Okay.
And the other thing I like to make a note of is Commissioner Dean Miners passed away this last week.
I saw that, yeah.
Yeah, we thank him for his past service.
I should have said that. Thank you. Randy, would you?
Yep, thanks, Mr. Chair. On the 17th, attended the Sauk River Watershed meeting. On the 19th, one watershed, one plan down in Sauk Center. Attended the comp plan on the 19th also. I was just surprised on the comp plan, the lack of interest from the public compared to years past. But it's going forward, so that's the way it is. Personnel on the 23rd, I am excited to announce that we did get the 2.7 million from the MPCA. Yippee skippy, finally. That's a good thing.
Yeah.
And then also on Friday morning, about 8:30, my phone rang. I have caller ID. I looked at the number, and I thought it was probably a constituent, so I answered it, and it was a voice going, "Grandpa, Grandpa, I'm in trouble." I started laughing, hung up. So that call is going out throughout the county. So I just want the seniors to be aware, when you get that call, if you got caller ID, write that number down. Please get a hold of Sheriff Allen.
Oh, really?
So we can start tracking these guys down.
Right.
And it really, when they pop up, it shows it's a local number, and you don't expect that. And then when that voice is on there, and it's surprising because if my wife would have answered where they said grandma, grandma,
Right.
you know, so just be aware that crap's going on out there, and notify law enforcement if you get that call. So that's all I got.
Thank you very much. My update is I just got back from a little getaway, so I don't have much of an update, but I did attend that Bruce Township meeting on Saturday about their potential Grasshopper Farms, which is buying 40 acres from Circle R Ranch and their cannabis plan. So, yeah, Thursday we have our planning and zoning, right?
Yep.
So I would encourage everybody to get there, and because this is becoming more and more. So that's all I have. At this point, we can move for recess. Everybody need time? We need to make a motion?
I'll make a motion.
Make a motion to recess. Okay, Tim did it. Is there a second?
I'll second.
And Barb second. Any discussion? Hearing no discussion, all in favor?
Aye.
Aye. Opposed? We're in recess. We're moving along. Thank you. So Catherine's here to talk about the registered sanitarian job description. Nice to see you.
Thank you. Good morning.
Catherine.
This did go to personnel last week. I know Commissioner Byers, you were out. Commissioner Newman filled in. This is a revision to our registered sanitarian position. This position came in effect in 2024. Since then, we've had some changes. The requirement for any county that has a food pools and lodging delegation is if we only have one full-time registered sanitarian, they have to be a registered sanitarian upon hire. So if you look at the qualifications, can you scroll down, please? Previously, we had put, and you'll see the crossed out in the red, roll up just a little bit. Thank you. Current registered sanitarian or basically a bachelor's degree, you get the necessary science credits you need, and then become a sanitarian, sit for the exam within 2 years from date of hire. So knowing that we have to have someone full-time who's currently registered, we took that off. I also changed the qualifications to 3 to 5 years of experience. In order to even sit for the registered sanitarian exam, you need to have a bachelor's degree. You need to have the necessary 30, 45 credit hour credits in specific sciences. Typically that's in environmental health, food code, lodging code, all those types of things, water. And then you need 2,080 hours under the supervision of either another sanitarian or someone with a master's in public health or something like that. So that requirement is built in already at the state in order to sit for the exam, take the exam, pass it, become a registered sanitarian. So that's not all in there, but.
Wow.
And then I also included some comparables following that, as my proposal would be, again, this would have to go to board for approval to approve the job description revision, and then I'm assuming it would go to Gallagher to be graded. But just so you're aware of where other counties are at that have, not every county has an FPL delegation. This is most of the rural counties.
I guess we're.
And I put 26, some of those are 25,
Where's
so
he
I wasn't
sitting
able
right
to get
now?
a response from every county.
What's the wage that he's at right now?
4060. That's the current top of, the previous Gallagher study actually dropped that position down a grade, unfortunately. And so it wasn't really, the person in the current position was basically frozen.
Okay, until.
So I am proposing, personally, what I think it should be is 2 grades higher to get that up to market rate.
Is that something we can actually do without it going through Gallagher, like all our other positions?
I think it has to go through Gallagher because you
has
have
to.
to have
Right,
20% of a
that's
change in a
something
job
we-
description
Yeah.
to.
Right.
Yeah, we can't really make that decision.
No, it will go in, it'll go in for a regrade.
Right.
Review with Gallagher.
But is that automatic? Because I know the former person in that position said that it had to be 20% or more of the job
Before
description
you-
changing before you could even send it. Do you know?
Yeah.
I can clarify that, but I'm going to lean toward thinking that it needs to go in only because of the minimum qualification change. I think what Catherine is saying is if we were to post this position now, what we require is changing as far as an education level and an experience level, correct?
Certification, right.
Certification, right?
But you can't receive the certification, isn't that right?
Correct.
Without a certain level of
Correct. It really
education or
does
experience.
change the requirements for the position.
Well, that and the experience years too, that ups
I think
the,
that's
Well,
appropriate.
sound like an apprentice journeyman that you gotta go how many hours?
I mean, we could call it a registered sanitarian too. Other counties do that. You start and then you get pumped up, but because we only have one, that's what we have to do. A lot of these other counties have registered sanitarian 1 and 2. Do you know what I mean? We, of course, only have one person in this position. So I would suggest to Gallagher, I know previously with Springstead, we were able to give them market rate and say, this is where we think it should be graded. I don't know how that's gonna work with Gallagher, but I know previously we were able to give that input. Because, again, this isn't a position that every county has, so
Right.
their list of comparables might not be appropriate.
We've got a lot of things that aren't appropriate with
So-
Gallagher, so I'm still, it's just the way it is, we have to.
I guess, you know, with the current one we have, that 3 to 5 years of experience, would that go back to his experience working in public health then? You know, because he
It says
he
3
doesn't
to
have
5 years of experience
being-
in environmental or public health field, so.
Yeah, because he doesn't have experience of being, I mean, this is what, his second year in the position now?
Basically in '23 is when he started doing it, just wasn't
Oh, so he's
certified. But
Very-
again, public health, he's been in
Yeah,
over
also.
10 years, so I'm not very concerned about that.
And the VRBOs out there are just exploding, so, I mean, we gotta stay on top of them. So,
They are.
this position is gonna be busy.
Where do we go? You gotta do your check?
You're gonna check with.
What I want to do is check on the 20% change in duties, because this isn't really necessarily duties change. This is minimum education experience change, and I don't know the answer to that, so I need to clarify that before it would go to Gallagher.
I think it'd be means for at least a review though, for sure, changing the requirements to get the position.
That's what I feel
I
too.
think sounds like there's support to get this
Yes, there's
Yeah.
support.
done. We just
Yeah,
gotta
absolutely.
Go through the hoops, I mean.
We gotta go
Right.
through the right hoops, so.
Yeah, so
Keep jumping.
do the right operational things, and
Okay,
once we got that deal, I mean,
See if we can get them to grade it up. I
send
guess.
it in.
support for it, I mean, it's an important position.
I'll
Only
verify
one-
that.
Only one doing it. And if we gotta go out and find somebody else, it's
Oh.
gonna be a real, good luck with that.
Yeah, because before we did Morrison County.
Right, yeah, we were
Just
contracting with them.
You have to stick them
Fast.
with, yeah.
30 years,
Yeah,
since the 90s, basically.
yeah, because they had two.
So who's
over
in,
there.
the two of you will be,
I'll work with Catherine and clarify about what
Okay.
prompts the Gallagher review, and then I'll send it through to Gallagher. So,
Right. And we'll see if it can get to board to
Then go to personnel.
approve the job description.
what's that?
And then go
Revision.
to personnel. then-
Yeah, get it through the right, committees.
Yep.
But the support seems
It's there.
there. Okay, good.
okay.
Absolutely.
Wow, always changing, everything's changing. Way to stay on top of it, thank you.
No problem, thank you.
You just don't want to
Catherine?
Yeah,
agree. But he's standing up here saying,
I know.
that's what you gotta be careful.
Oh, okay.
You know, it's not just one position could open the field of
He brought it up.
different positions all over that aren't happy.
Yeah, nice.
Yeah, I hear you.
Getting VRBO
Well, that's what you gotta
registered
be.
Yeah.
the fines or whatever you're doing.
Well, I think, I mean, this is, I'm glad, good at this, but we still have to go through the same old process we do with all these.
Oh, yeah,
little
yeah.
grades. We can't just be like, yeah, we'd like to see
Doing
it
this
be
again.
but up to the
Took
market.
us 10
Yeah,
years to
Doesn't
get
work
it
that
out,
way.
No,
and now we're
no,
gonna
for
bring
sure.
it back.
You got that email from Mike, didn't you, about this? About the hockey. Just using those other ones.
You're fine with it.
Yeah, absolutely. That's fine, yeah. Sure.
They can
Thank you.
share. Sharing is caring. All right, our next agenda item on our work session is the Expo Building Rooms rental proposal from Long Prairie Hockey Association. We've got a nice contingent here.
Good morning, Commissioners. Thank you so much for having us here today. Ms. Bauer as well, thank you. Who I brought with me today is Doug Fry, Mary Littler, and Angie Tepley. They are all board members of the Hockey Association, and I am David Wright, and I am a coach of the high school girls hockey team and vying to be president of the association as well. We will be having our elections next month, so we will be having a new board. The reason we're here today, we are looking to expand our lease with the Expo Arena. As of right now, we still have one more year, the 26-27 season of what we currently have September 15th through March 31st. And that is all of the building that we rent except for the milk room, and then there's some storage in the office area that the Ag Society continues to rent. We are here today asking if we could expand our lease through 12 months on 2 of the locker rooms down that one hallway. That is one of the pictures. You just see that long hallway. The 2 locker rooms would be number 3 and number 4 respectively. They are the far east locker rooms of that hallway. We had spoke with Mr. Wielenberg about their use in the summer, and they do not utilize those 2 locker rooms. They would like to continue to use the number 1 and number 2 locker room on the west side. And we would also like to rent, there's that door, you can see that door that opens up in the warming area. We consider it the warming area, but it's when you walk into the expo building, the big garage door from the west side. It's right there, and it's underneath the steps going upstairs. And the next picture you can see, we have a bunch of skates in there. The big reason we'd like to rent that room is those skates. We pull those out every single year. We throw them into big totes, pallet-sized totes. That's about 5 totes we end up using for skates. And we end up wrecking skates. We end up putting a lot of money into sharpening skates then again because they are not protected in those totes. And so we would be, and with Mr. Wielenberg, he said that he did not use that room either for the Ag Society. There is also one more room on the east side of the milking room. We affectionately call it locker room number 5. And Mr. Wielenberg also has said that they do use that room, but just a little bit, just to throw some big boards just right inside there. So in all, we'd be looking to rent 3 locker rooms and the that little closet underneath the steps. Reason being, I mean, we have all of the flooring, we'd have to rip all the flooring up, we palletize all that stuff. We'd like to put all of that stuff in these locker rooms. All of our signage that we rent, or we sell sell advertising and for these signs, and a lot of those get beat up and they're about $300 a piece for us to replace. And our concession stand, we have a lot of equipment in our concession stand that we'd like to just store in the locker rooms as well. Popcorn makers, hot dog makers, nacho cheese, coffee, all those things just get beat up as we continue to throw them in the back of semi-trailers and out and in, and the continuous moving of all those items.
Okay. Yeah. Open up to questions from any commissioners or comments or at this point?
Yeah, I know we had an email conversation or an email exchange with Mike, also Mike Wielenberg. He kind of informed Commissioner Denny and I of the situation, what's going on. And I mean, if we're all in agreement, I'm in full support of it. I mean, I don't see any issue why, as long as the Fair Board's okay with it and County Commissioner's okay with them utilizing the space, I don't think anyone's in opposition as of right now.
I would have to agree. Like I said, the Fair Board, we've gone over this, and like I said, everyone's working well together, and as long as we can be respectful to the building, I don't see any issue with it.
Anyone else?
My only thought is I wish the city of Long Prairie would help build a facility for community events and have a hockey arena. I just spent all weekend up in West Fargo watching my granddaughter play hockey. They won the state tournament. Yeah, Fargo United.
Congratulations.
Yep. So anyways, I just wish they would build a community center and so then the county could open this back up for events. And now I seen that Sauk Center was not gonna allow that toy show or whatever in their arena down in Sauk. Have you guys seen that?
Yes.
Are they bringing that to the expo building?
It's coming here to Long Prairie, but I don't know
isn't
where
it?
they're going to set up.
Are they going to the expo building or Armory?
I'm not sure.
Well, it
We
said they're
haven't been-
moving it to
we
Long
haven't been
Prairie, so the
approached
only
for the
building
expo.
big enough would be the expo building, and I'm going, I haven't
Maybe,
heard
maybe,
anything.
I might be thinking of something else.
Okay.
I guess it's taken many years for us to get to the point that we're at today of getting the hockey out of the locker, they call them locker rooms, we call them meeting rooms through extension. And it's be nice for the extension, and Ag Society is part of the ones that use Expo Building. Extension is the other one. And I got, at the last extension meeting, I was too, they passed this around that they're using, what they're using for their extension meetings. They're using this building up here. And to me, those workshops should be done in the expo building, not in our county boardroom. You know, I understand the skates, they don't make any difference whatsoever. No one ever uses that room or anything else, so I understand that part of it. The other part of it, when we went in to clean up, there was so much mold in those rooms. And even in this room, there was broken glass. It was a total mess. I mean, and that's what happens with years of, so, boy. I guess I'm really split on that decision. I
So
have to look into a lot more.
my other
what we
question
are
would be,
now.
who'd be liable for this equipment in that building, the county or the hockey association?
You know,
It's our building. I'm assuming it's gonna be our liability.
Is there some kind of insurance the hockey association has for your facility, for your equipment and?
We carry insurance like on our Zamboni and a few other things. We can definitely look into it and it's called a storage policy. If you're not physically living there, you can take out a separate policy. And we can certainly do that. It's not
That might not be a bad idea, though.
But
I mean, we really can't be liable for anything that's in there.
No.
I mean, it's,
Can I ask, Barb, what are you talking about glass in a room? Because we went through that arena, high and low. And I
well,
personally cleaned.
before, well, Chris Pelzer was with us when we started to go through there.
Chris Pelzer, you're not talking last year then?
No, I'm said before we had it cleaned out, when we got it back again, and we had to have it all repainted, all rebuilt, new tin put on it. Yeah, it took us a long time to get it back where other people could use those classrooms or meeting rooms for other things. And that's, you know, that's where this all came about, I think. It was a mess in there, total mess. And I guess I'd like to keep them as
Well, I guess.
meeting rooms,
You still would have two of the rooms, 2 of the 5.
you know. I mean, back then you agreed that you would just move everything out, the mats would be removed. We wouldn't be dealing with the mold, and there were, I mean, we had to shut the building down because of the mold issue.
Yeah, we understand that, Commissioner Becker, and we also are under the impression that that's all been eradicated with the new system that they put in there. But we are willing to take the responsibility of that mold. It's our equipment. I mean, we would never come back after the county for mold on our equipment. We think that's a better viable option than sitting in a semi-trailer. That's where we figure more mold would come.
And I would like to point out, the years that there were mold, the Hockey Association had a company come in and redo all them walls and spray it with a material that would not allow mold in. And we paid over $8,000 to have that done when we discovered that there was a moisture problem. And that was a few years back when we kind of did them rooms. Because we originally built those rooms back in the day. And then when we found out there was moisture getting in there, we had a company come in and spray them with the materials. So, I mean, we did take responsibility for our moisture problem.
I think the county rebuilt it though, you know.
I
When
don't know.
we redid the whole
I
thing,
was
it was
not,
at the county expense, it was with,
Yes, we have to pay the county anytime there's work done, and then the county pays the company, but we paid the county. We can go back and grab the checks if you need to.
So I guess I haven't had a chance to make a comment. I'd just like to
Oh,
chime in too, if I might. You know, it sounds like me like we have a couple parties that use it a lot, yourselves and the Fair Board. And I'm always excited when people are willing to work together. That makes, it makes it a lot easier, you know? And there's always gonna be, you know, ifs, ands, and buts, and candies, and nuts, and all that stuff. So I do want to say that, you know, this couple weeks ago, maybe a month or so, we had a big tournament there.
we did.
And I happened to be reffing basketball that day and went to a local establishment and and soothed my, my spirits. Anyway, at that establishment, it was actually the VFW here in town, excuse me, Legion. There was a crowd in there that was great. I mean, people who had never been here before, mostly Moorhead people. You know, a lot of people that really drove some business to Long Prairie and Todd County that weekend. And there's probably other tournaments too that I didn't know about too. But anyway, it is a good economic, it does help our county in some forms and fashions. So, again, if we all work together and get things done and take responsibility and insurance and all those things, I mean, I'm excited to be part of it. So,
Mr.
those are my
Chair, if I
comments.
may, since I'm the one that handles all the rentals, there was one other person I would check. Yes, the collaboration of Ag Society and hockey is great, but I would check with Heidi from Extension, because I know she does come up and get the key from me quite often to do little work sessions with kids. And so she doesn't always do them up here, Barb. She does do them at the expo building and out at the fairgrounds. So
I'd like
that
to
would
do
be
that.
another party to consider.
And I know the last couple past years during the fair that the fair families have used them rooms to put their crock pots and so forth for eating instead of putting them out in, you know, out in the barn.
Yeah, I'm not familiar with that, but I just know I would check with Heidi as well from Extension.
A couple of years ago, when I first got on the board, there was part of discussion. Remember Mary come to the board, I think it was about the mats or something like that. If I don't remember right, you can correct me, but anyway, I did, a couple of years ago, I talked to Heidi about it, and she didn't seem too concerned, but things have maybe changed since then too, but I would certainly feel free to check with her, yeah. Again,
All I'm suggesting, because I
Again,
know
you know,
she comes and gets the key.
yeah, no, the people that use it should respect it, insure it, all those great things, and make it, you know, it's hard enough to keep, you know, keep our kids busy and keep our kids from being on their phones all day and whatever else can, I don't have, well, I have one kid that age now. Anyway, I'm excited to help out if I can. Any other discussion?
I just wanted to make a comment. That weekend, we had districts. We had notified the local restaurants. I had talked to Countryside. I had talked to Karen out at the Legion, and we had an agreement, and we put up posters. She did a hamburger bar. So we put out a feeler to, we had 9 teams come in. And it's approximately 30 to 40 people by the time the kids and the parents go. Well, there's sometimes they have to have so many hours in between the games. But where do you go in Long Prairie in the wintertime? So Karen put on this. She put on a beanbag toss. They played floor hockey, the Legion. She was ecstatic on the good turnaround that we had and all the people that went out there. So, I mean, it is working with the community. We do go around to the community and support them. We do a lot of advertising for local businesses, and we hear a lot of, I've never heard so many good comments as that tournament weekend. How we've improved just the cleaning of the rink and how neat we keep it, even though it's a barn, we keep it neat. So that's all I want to say.
Okay, any other discussion?
Mr. Chair, I just want to throw out one thing. Representative Wiener was looking for bonding projects. This would be a hell of a bonding project for the city of Long Prairie, so I'm just going to throw that out there.
Mr. Commissioner Newman, the city of Long Prairie is having a meeting on Wednesday night, I believe, and it is talking about some bonding, and I believe there might be a community center in there. And I am completely in your ballpark. I'd rather have a true hockey rink in Long Prairie. Unfortunately, we don't have that right now. And I mean, I remember when I started playing hockey in 1975. That's when we moved into this building, and it's been a great asset for us for 50 years. But you're right. It is time for a new building. But until then, we just want to build a strong relationship with the county,
Right.
and work together. And until hopefully someday we do have that community center.
Right, can always hope.
And I'm not against youth development by no means. I have kids of my own, and they were very into sports and so forth, so it's not that part of it that I'm against. No, absolutely not. Understand the meaningful part of being involved as children.
So at this point, do we need to give them some direction?
Of course.
So just basically
Would you check on the insurance deal?
insurance, yep,
And
and
we'll just add it to our policy.
get a hold of Heidi and make sure she doesn't have any.
And then if you could
Concerns?
coordinate through Jackie,
Right, because I
can-
would like our county attorney to re-review our lease and work together to come to kind of an agreement on the, if we're going to go down that, I'd like him to re-review that and talk to you further.
I do have one correction. David mentioned all the rooms, but I'm in charge of the hockey equipment, and I have it in totes. And in the, we call it the compressor room.
Yeah.
I don't know, you guys,
Yeah,
are you,
yeah,
okay, very loud, not much room, but I have my totes neatly stacked against with all the hockey equipment. We would ask that if I could please keep that in there, if you grant us to, it's not really a locker room, but with the mice, I can't tell you what they did to us last year, and I put Irish soap, I put Bounce, and them little rascals still get in. So if we could add that, I mean, just so.
Yeah, this is these blue totes that are stacked in.
Yeah, that little room,
the
it's
photo.
loud, very loud.
Yeah, oh yeah, I'm sure.
So I mean, I keep it neat and I make sure it would be neat. I mean, you guys, I don't believe ever have to go in there in the summer.
And the other one is ice skating. I mean, there's, yeah.
Yeah.
I mean, with the ice skates, it's foolish to have to move the ice skates. No one uses that room at all.
Right, right.
Yeah,
Let's do it.
okay, Mary, we could
yeah.
consider that, yep. Thank you for taking time out of your busy days, I appreciate it.
Go.
No, we definitely appreciate your time. Thank you so
Blue
much.
Devils,
Yeah,
Devils, right?
yep.
Or the Perry Stars, or no, sorry.
Blue Devils, no,
Blue
he's a
Devils,
Blue
yeah, I got
Devil.
That's a women's team, right?
Yep.
All right.
Perfect.
Okay, I think we got it done, huh?
Yep.
I think so.
10:05, we're out of here.
Go on it.
Good deal.
Thank you.